ebusia for yamamu ina kwaba enfamra de jesi so na ende no ade adwumede ni asem kakra ye hwe Kumasi Asante Kotoko and GFA omo issues no e be fa no so kakra na yewi a yahwe GPL matches a weekend we so etumi eba so no eno so na yahwe mu kakra na yahwe matches no hwan na ewi ni hwan so na elusi enso etumi honom ade a ene matches ahodo na etumi eba so ntino yebedi nka yahwe matches no kakra na ene de me ami bra panyin Gabi ofe na metai frɛ no Gabi Osredakon aweka mensa ofia hanoma yene no bedi nkomo enso ewo dwumedie no so ntino ententem so ana yensembre ene ne yebo no titetetew na yetumi akọ ntedi nkan ne yebedi nkan afa Kotoko omone eye GFA issues no so obeka ya na no Kobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko omone 11 wonders omo game omboye ewa Accra Sports Stadium no na GFA 4 chess omo makotoko fo ntumi entwa omo match no eye view na omo de etwa no enam so ma ho ko ensem koye bebre emo de receipt ni ade na aba ya ansa ne yema omo kwan emo tumi etwa sa game na fi wo no ensem bebre etumi aba endra Kobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko etwa letter enso di koma GFA se emra na GFA ni omo de no omo nti ase enti no wo hwe letter no mu nsem ne de ya edos omo chem se GFA emo a copy of contract with Star Times no oma omo bi no omo tumi enready omo san so chem se omo di nkan kotu 1700 enso etumi ade ma GFA last week GFA refund this ask no enso etumi ade abromo san so na letter no ma omo san kan say ndey GFA Kotoko ma yakrado say $5,000 out of $1,500 Star Times etu ade ma Kotoko no omo betumi etu omo ade amon back send omo matches bia no omo tumi entwa biom GFA ade anu yi aba say ndey Monday omo hia CEO sini nanti Kotoko for adwebra omo ntomobo na Monday omo hia omo tumi edi nkoma afa sansem ni na ho ene uko social media Kotoko supporters bebre omo Star Times decoder no ya de omo twetwem enti no ye befa so kakra Gabi wa ha ansa ya ba matches preview no so Gabi good morning.
Morning Sinaka.
Bibia woko de.
Nyame adom.
Obia ho ye.
Oh bibia
fi obia ho ye.
Nyame adom bibia okay.
Yen hwe Kotoko issue yi kakra ase ho nsema ye bebre supporters yi omo kan onsensem ne ade. Wo fa ne sen wo hwe letter ba ye ne ade na.
Well, I think say I'll pick it from the point of Kotoko perspective, you know. With regards to their sponsorship deal, money view and Vio Ebram will say they are going to provide updates of every match that they start, and then the coaches are able to learn to help the players. And so ultimately, so I'm buying just for their own purposes, not for commercial purposes, to have any akasakasa bia with GFA in terms of start times deal, no. But yeah, now we are match of the week. I think we saw what happened on social media. Now, as a menu now, stadium who say there were some few talks between GFA officials and the Kotoko officials just because of this whole video thing. But to the issue, you know, I think for me, my stance on this issue is that Kotoko have every right to shoot their own video powered by Vio because they want to use Vio to aid their players grow, especially the coach, help the coach learn and all that. They don't have any relationship with Star Times. They are not breaching any Star Time rules. It's just for their own purposes. And also let somebody buy here. Almost 30 wom.
I say GFA waton winning Nadiama.
But I mean, it's like we've European leagues. For example, the Chelsea, the Manchester. So omo video, something that they use for their own people, the fans and whatever. So I think it's just an agreement between Kotoko and the GFA to understand. Say this is what we want to do. Both parties are to sit down, understand the two dimensions, what you're saying now.
But also, GFA so can say, as a matter, winning na the ama Star Times.
Well, that's what I was saying. Say, Kotoko are coming in for not for the commercial purposes, but for the educational purposes.
But who say I say a class on omo pray, I say omo ska. Omo the same say scale be advantages and disadvantages. I say scan buy and no the no more just.
I think that's one problem we face with our Ghanaian clubs. I say they are not very vibrant for me. Omo to me expressive. They don't. I think say they don't want to really get details, especially say Bani Sikasema. They just stick to what comes from the FA. Because I say Obi and person wako class in there. at the other day, you know, your best sideline, you know, and for instance, a more club, I just take it in that respect. But ultimately, say on that Kotoko issue, you know, they have just come out to vent their spleen. I mean, worries about they are not infringing any problem with start times. They just want to do their own thing. The start times will still cover their matches. Osha, what kind of statements now? Almost it is start times won't provide the necessary video, especially some recess, so that's halftime for the players. They won't provide them that.
But we had when you saw pictures by effect.
Exactly.
Player we ball.
On Twitter account, and I mean it's a plus going forward this season because last season who said but Kotoko this season, you know, powered by View again, they are giving us those stats and it will help. I mean, fans, journalists, it will be easy for us. So I think for me on Monday, you know, the statement I'm expecting now to come out finally is that they would agree for Kotoko to just progress with what they are doing.
And you know, Gabi no na kakra me so me kan say clubs and say nay skebi ba na mo cham mo a monhwem ye because say mutisika na mote ye kan ye bu bia say da so abera na matam mokra mote say ye chesika na mo bisam say sika no ye gi a omokwa omugbeku on dey kura mo dey say na makwa sign mo there for warrant ye dey bebrem na mo ama sign because ye sika da so ntino mo nkan contract na answer magisa na Kotoko sky by na muka said that be say start times contract no man kasa issue is in na no entumi embantimi so me advice kakra me tumi dey Kotoko for no ntino my embra ye main topic no so and then no matches no mienu share 11 wonders and ebusuha dwarfs and ebo enso nana am your pack na yen hwe say match ne kaka ye be no short ye hwe matches no 1-1 one after the other na ntino 11 wonders against ebusuha dwarfs or predictions in the same match no share never
it's not a sure match. It's going to be a very interesting match on the back of say dwarfs in the regional derby against Sharks. They were able to get a point. Wonders themselves ever across Sports Stadium, Kotoko's home ground, to get a win against a top Kotoko team. They've made numerous signings and so the team wasn't that so well, but I don't want to take credit away from Ignatius. I think he's one coach we should keep an eye on this season going forward into the matches.
Jose Mourinho of
exactly, that's the target. Ghana's version of Jose Mourinho, and I think in that match against Kotoko, he exhibited on the part of his players. We saw a lot of pressing resilience from his players. Players need him, they are not more here, and they were able to execute the attacks very well to outwit Kotoko's players. And so this one at home, I think Ignatius and his boys, they'll be looking forward to get the maximum 3 points, and I'll be so happy to see them get a point because I mean what we saw at the Accra Sports Stadium against Kunedu's Kotoko was so exceptional for me. I mean, it's going to be wonders all day. Ever 2-0 in favor of 11 wonders.
Okay. Accra Great Olympics, Olibagbo. Omni Legon City, 6 p.m.
That's regional derby for me. Olympics cities.
Any stadium derby.
Exactly.
Accra Sports Stadium.
I'm used to the same stadium. But no, can you me only say me that me do a blue.
Okay.
Accra
blue be up.
Oh, me pay.
Okay.
Accra Great Olympics. That's just on the lighter side, but Accra Great Olympics, I think I follow the team a bit, and this season, I think they'll be one of the teams to do well for me in the Ghana.
1-1 media man.
Yes, exactly. That's a very top away to get that draw, and Legon City is normal. Almost an entire 11. They also get to know the players. Olympics, signing all right, but they might need that massive sign, just 1 or 2 players to beef up their already existing squad. And Anna Walker going into the game, I think the Twitter banter, I don't think they would allow Legon cities to do this one because almost cities a winning match here. I mean, and it's thrown almost around every ball. And
Olympics we really game wins Legon cities.
Exactly, but I think I have this feeling Olympics on the day and will carry out this game. It's just going to be a 1-goal margin for me.
Okay.
In favor of Accra Great Olympics.
Legon City. Okay, I will. No, on the Bechem United against Wafa.
Well, Wafa, yeah, and him say, I call them the Barcelona of Ghana football because season Biano, they present us with an entire 11. Also, me a club here, they are not one of the clubs that you spot say this group of people are competing to take the league. Just only they can already say okay, they say we are doing the competing league. They say who say Bibi Omodano is favorable for them, and they are one of the clubs who always season Bibi the different 11 back, and each and every season they keep on performing. Like match week 1, they were the only team
win
exactly, and 4-3 against King Faisal.
So because King Faisal then.
But King Faisal King Faisal is a top team. King Faisal is a top team, and picking that maximum
King
points.
Faisal is a top team. Okay.
Yes, away. I mean at home. You know, they are playing against Bechem United. You know, Wafa they don't really perform when they are playing away because the pitch na shadam favor Musa. But I'll still tip Wafa over this. Just a 1-goal margin.
Okay. Brekum Chelsea Asante Kotoko. Last season game way Kotoko Lucy and Nema Santo Kwaning na league no. But
Brekum Chelsea, that's I think for this week, you know, that's one of the biggest match to watch. Last season, Brekum Chelsea in the truncated league, no finish high, very second on the league log, and
almost share house of folks.
Yes,
Kotoko.
top teams Nibibre. Kotoko, like in my earlier submission, they are still picking up things, and Brekum Chelsea know what they can do at home, playing at home, and they go to City Park now. And I mean, I will not be surprised if Kotoko doesn't get any win at the Goldie City Park, because that ground a very top ground for Brekum Chelsea, and they are going to win against Kotoko.
Kotoko. Okay. Okay, King Faisal. Avuni Ediana Enebo. King Faisal versus Ediana.
If I'm correct, say Ediana will be on first match. Because of COVID now has and King Faisal going to the match now. They lost at Wafa 4-3, but
it wasn't bad performance.
Yes, Amon share. I mean, they're not going to look down on themselves. Say we played very bad, but see, I think there's going to be a surprise there. You know why? Because Ediana Stars haven't played in the league. This will be their first match, and King Faisal, they've been able to gather some momentum. I mean, the team knows, yes, who are mistakes. Him say, go into the next match, this is what we can do. Ediana Stars now, I feel no start on match day 1, but this is match day 2. But I feel no start on match day 1. It's, you know, there'll be a bit of lapses. G3 play and I think that is where King Faisal would exploit their mistakes and get the win over them.
Okay, Dreams FC Mediama, big game. Big game.
Oh wow. Adeu. Let me be quick on this one. Dreams in their previous match was a goalless draw against Interlice, picking up 1 point away from home. Mediama to Omoni Olympics draw. Once the league has just started, so teams are not really performing well. Teams are not getting to know what they are best at doing, because it's just match day 1. Going forward the season, I think they'll get to know, say, okay, this is where our strength lies, this is where the weakness lies, and I mean, a 1-0 draw in this game for me.
1-1 again.
Yeah.
Dreams FC. Omina Sharks Liberty. Almost 1-1 sir. No.
Yes. Omina Sharks Liberty. On the Sharks no. Omunya to me share 2 goals at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium, and Liberty drew.
1-1 with Bechem.
Yes. Sharks didn't fare bad. Oman Shadan and Ambo Chokansa.
Last minute goal be now.
Exactly. Going into the game now, I think they would look up to build from that game against Ebusuan Drafts. I'm going to pick up to 1 point now. And just they are playing at home, and every club is comfortable playing at home, and I think they'll do this. They'll only win against Liberty by 2 goals.
Okay. Karela International Allies.
Karela too. Another team. Snack and BGT said this season, you know, SCMI any come because Eloy Monday. I mean, he knows the Ghana football terrain very well, and he's doing something good at the club over there. Interlice I mean, we know what they are also able to do in the Ghana Premier League. But going away to Karela, I think at the end of the day, Karela will pick up the point.
Karela will pick up the point. Okay. I think so far no. And no matches na yebe no has of folk in as good there no yet Tuesday Monday nyame adom night na say na ya share no ntino me born na wa mame send how kan na o de we na to the mame 11 wonders against Ebusia Dwarfs
1-0 against Dwarfs.
Accra Great Olympics Legon City
1-0 against Legon Cities.
Okay, Bechem United Wafa.
Wafa to win by 1-0 against Bechem.
1-1 sir. Yeah. Okay. Bekum Chelsea Asante Kotoko.
Bekum Chelsea Asante Kotoko. Chelsea 2 Kotoko 1.
Kimfesa Idiana.
Kimfesa 1 Idiana 0.
Wow. Dreams FC Mediama
1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
Sharks Liberty.
Sharks 1 Liberty 0.
Karela Internationalize.
1-0 draw.
1-0 draw. Okay. Intino Gabi die no. We hwe goal scoring chart na Daniel Lomote 2 goals. Na Kwame Pepra ono so 2 goals. Prince Okraku 1. Kwame Opoku 1. Na Yakubu Wadudu ono so etumi 1 na we hwe so far no de West African Football Academy wafa omope na omo 3 points omo makani na 1-1-1 House of Folk 0 Eduana 0 Kimfesa 0 and so on 3 teams in omo 0 na House of Folk and Eduana the omo outstanding matches back nti ha ye de dwumede ni na so e besi ende na me adoma Monday ye betena se na ye review games na course over the weekends na ye the House of Folk dey so etumi ewrem Kotoko issues ni so ye di ekiri na beba bia no ye ntumi ye fan kame ye tie for uti Gabi nka sende onam ne bo edwuma Gabriel Ofe Gabriel Cheda kono no enye easy o discussing Ghana ibro intino ana ye di dwumede ni na besimi din ne sambo na Kwame Asante wo hia me abontia ofrem se na ka wan pakwesi editor stroke cameraman ono gina dwumede ne chia opempia de ba me mami chia Ronje and then the ayen hihye so ntino se ne man hye me Ronje no but ye be hye ata se ntino ye fancy na ye be sen hye da sen